Hey, so today I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I am feeling with my return to work, just because it's right around the corner. I've been off for 1 year raising my son. I had him on May 20, 2016, so it's coming up, it's his birthday next month, so he'll be 1, and I left work a few weeks before I was due with him. I chose to have a year off work because for me personally and my partner, I feel that they should have one parent home the whole time for at least a year. It's a lot of learning for them, learning for you, adjustments, and it's just something that I feel and something I really believe in, that you can't get that time back. So I'd rather spend it at home with them and raising my children and just really just putting my all into being a parent. I'm pretty excited about returning to work. I kind of say that with a bit of a hesitance, like it's not that I'm not excited at all, it's that I'm excited but I'm nervous. It comes with a lot. So returning to work with one child I thought was quite daunting, and got to get them up, get yourself up, get ready and be prepared and go, and then go to work, come back and then be a parent. Then going back to work after having one child, you just add the child in. So basically you get up, get yourself up, get them up, get them off to daycare, you're off to work, you're at work, they're still in your head, you never forget, and then you've got to go get them, get home, get everything ready for the evening, and then get them to bed, then get themselves to bed, and then hopefully if they sleep through the night they do, and if they don't, you've got to then cater to them through the night too. So you are a worker for however many hours you work a day. So if you work anywhere from a couple hours through to 12 hours, as well as being a parent 24/7. You're always their parent. It never stops, because you're at work and you might get a phone call saying that they're not well or something's happened, they're just having a bad day. It never stops. So you are continuously on the go. Then you throw another child into the mix, and it's 2 other people that you have to be considerate of and mindful of while you're trying to do your daily job as well as be a parent. So overall, I'm really excited because there's a lot of goals that we've set ourselves. So our big goal that will start from May, basically everything will start from May, because we'll get our first pay, which will be kind of our bridger to get us through to having both incomes and just to top us up from any other bills that we've had to kind of let lapse a wee bit. From May, we have set big goals. So our first major goal is to get debt free. So we have one loan with one company. Everyone kind of has debt. We've had this debt for a few years now. It did start off quite high, and we've managed to bring it down quite a lot. We would have been able to, I will admit, we would have been able to bring it down a lot faster had we hadn't had children when we did. I wouldn't let decisions and things that we did as young adults decide when we'd have children. So they are just an added thing into our lives, and if anything, it's driven us harder to want to get debt free. We are putting up our limit. We have a minimum that we need to make a month, and we are going to try to double that and continue to do that for the next, I think we aim for, I think it's about 15 to 20 months. So basically last, like at the most, we will be debt free by December 2018. I think we have aimed for, I think it's about August, but December would be the final, we've got to get to it by then. It's for our future, it's for our children, and it's for us. So it's a huge goal of ours, and we are really focused and really excited to get started, because we have, since I've been on maternity leave, only been able to put the minimum amount on. So we really want to put that as our first priority and make that the first big tick off the box. Following that, also in May, we will start to contribute to our children's savings accounts. So we opened up savings accounts a few weeks back. We have been asked by a lot of friends and family and just a lot of people whether it was something we were considering, and it always has been, but because I fell pregnant with our son and was going on maternity leave, that kind of money that would have been going in there just wasn't able to continue to go towards a savings account. It's now that I'm returning back to work, we've started them up and we will be running with that. We'll have a small set amount going in for the time being for probably the next year. Then we can increase it, as long as, the way I look at it, as long as there is something going in there for the time being. Even though it's small, it's still going to make a huge difference in the future when they're able to access it. Lastly, our biggest goal is to buy a home. So we are, I think, about 20,000 shy of the amount that we want to be able to purchase our first home. We are at the amount that we originally wanted to be able to purchase the first home, but because we now have a second child, we personally don't want to be doing a lot of renovations because my partner is working full-time and I'll be working close to full-time. We don't exactly have time to be renovating as well. So we are looking at saving enough to buy a home that is already ready for us to live in and only has kind of like decoration or like alterations that we want to do to cater to our family and what we want in a home. I have an idea of what I want to buy, and people that know me personally know that situation there, but basically that's our goal, is we're 20,000 away from having enough for a deposit on the price range of housing that we're looking at. Overall, with returning to work, I really want to get on to my career. I want to start making bigger steps in getting to where I want to in my career in retail. Currently I am just working on checkouts and the floor and that kind of thing, but I am at a supervisor level, so I've done supervising and I have done a whole heap of other stuff at that kind of level, but now I'm wanting to focus on getting me to like a team leader kind of level. So supervising, team leader-ish. I don't think I want to go into a full-blown management role as of such, not at this point anyway, because I do still and foremost will always put my children first. And though I work for a business that is fantastic and really, really family orientated, the management hours and roles and that kind of thing, the demand that they need is something that I'm not exactly ready for personally. I want to really be able to put my children first all the time and be with them a lot while they're younger. Maybe in a couple of years when the kids are at school, I'll be able to look at a more higher role in management. That's kind of where I'm sitting with that. It's definitely something that I want to do, but because I'm just, while the kids are really young, I want to put them as my top priority life-wise, and then work sits like really, really close behind, and then I'm able, you know, once they're in school, I'm able to pick up where I want to go, and hopefully by that time I'm upskilled enough, I've had enough experience, and I am comfortable in where I am life-wise and work-wise. To sum up this video, I am a nervous, excited bubble of happiness. Really happy to say, yay, once again we made it a whole year. This year, out of the 2 years that I've had on maternity leave, this year would be by far the hardest year that I've ever had. This year we didn't claim a government support through IRD. We went for a lump sum just because it was easier, just so we don't end up owing our governments or any organisation like that any money. It was just easier for us to go through that way and know that when it comes to the end of the financial year we don't owe a cent. Saying that, we did also have an injury, so my partner ended up injuring his shoulder, up on ACC for about 2 or 3 months, so that was really, really, really hard. As 80% wages, there was a lot of appointments going in and trying to get assistance here, and we have some fantastic community organisations who have helped us along the way, whether it was just advice, budgeting, readjusting all of our bills, talking to the companies that we do have business with and explaining our situation, just advocating for us and helping us with food. And also a huge shout out to our family and our friends for being really, really supportive financially, food wise, support wise, just everything, helping with the children. You guys know who you are, who has helped us with anything like that. We are so appreciative, because without you guys we wouldn't have been able to have this year off. Thank you so much, and we truly, truly, truly are so appreciative of everything that you've done for us.